Welcome back to Gavin's Garage. We're going to do a review of a air compressor. It's the Fortress Ultra Quiet air compressor. This is absolutely one of the quietest compressors out there. If you do any kind of home inflation of the kids' toys, tires, anything you need to inflate, and you don't want all that noise, especially if you're in like an RV park or somewhere like an apartment complex, you're just trying to air something up early in the morning or late at night, this compressor right here is the one for you. All right, let's get it out of the box. Okay, get your hose. Let's pull it out. The other thing in the box is instruction manual. Let's get the box out of the way. But this is the compressor right here. We'll take a closer look at it here in a minute. Okay guys, so this is the Fortress Ultra Quiet air compressor. They claim it's 80% quieter than the average air compressor, twice as long life, 50% lighter, and 28% more air tool runtime. This one has a 1 gallon capacity. That's the tank pressure capacity. It regulates up to 135 psi. You have 0.7 CFM and it's a 1/2 horsepower. You got your air pressure regulator right here. That's your PSI, and that's would be the pressure after the regulator. This is your quick connect. So let's say you have 135 psi here, but you only need 90 psi. You could actually turn the PSI down to 90 because some air tools require 90 to 100, so you could actually regulate your PSI. So even though the tank is at 135, you could regulate it down to whatever you need. Quick connect, you just press it in. It has the air filter, that's the motor. It's supposed to be ultra quiet. A little reset button right here if you trip the breaker, and this will be your auto on and off. Real simple. On the front right here, when you're done, you could actually dump all the air out for storage. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug it in. But before we plug it in, let's do a comparison to the typical air compressor. We'll do the 12 volt compressor, and we'll do a 120 volt compressor and see what you get. We'll also do we'll try to air up a tire, and we can go from there. Okay guys, so we're gonna run the Fortress Ultra Quiet up against a standard car. You know, this is the air compressor you would find most people keep in their trucks, and you know, so they can air up a tire in case of emergency. And this is the type of compressor you would find in the home. You know, it's small air compressor, and these are typically, you know, usually quiet. This one is oil, it's not the oil free, so it's not that loud. But we're gonna run it up against the Fortress, your typical emergency tire, in-car tire air compressor, and this guy right here. Let me get some power and we can do a sound comparison. Okay guys, so let's start with the first 12-volt compressor. This one right here requires 12 volts, so I'm going to use my. Alright, first test. Turn on the pump. Okay, we got 84 for the little guy. Let's fire this guy up. Okay guys, we got the Fortress plugged in. Let's go ahead and get a reading for that. Fire it up. That's it. It's running. It's actually a louder on the table. If I put it down on the floor, that's it. I mean, the sound of my voice is louder than this thing. We got the Fortress Ultra Quiet. I hooked the nozzle on there. I'm gonna try to fill up this tire. Okay guys, we're gonna try to air this tire up. Alright, 45. Alright guys, this has been a review of the Fortress Ultra Quiet air compressor. I think it's an awesome compressor if you're just going to be airing up tires and toys, you know, stuff like that for the kids. It's ultra quiet if you're going to use it in the RV in situations where you can't really have a lot of noise, especially if you're going to air up the tire at night or something to that nature. But I really like it. This really truly is ultra quiet. Alright guys, if you like this review, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and please, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.